Today I'm going for next lecture about Spark DataFrame rows. So we are going to cover about rows and filter and a few examples. So I guess we will doing some of hands-on practice performing various operations on rows of data frames, and we understand about how it is working. So rows in a Spark is order collection. This is very important. It's order collection field that can be accessed starting at index 0. Rows is a generic object type rows. So it's a generic object and type is rows. Columns making rows can be a same different type, creating a rows. Spark allow us to initiate the rows in the all supported language. For example, we can create rows and access individual column in Scala, as in my next lecture. So with creating rows, so rows is here, upcoming movie 2021 comedy. So we import org.apache.spark.sql.rows packages, and then we can access the rows, and then we can pass the strings, and we can access row 0 as a list, row 1 and row 2. So row 0, it will give the first one, and by default separate is comma. Next part is we can also create data frame from quick exploration of data. Example is this rows sequence, and then the sequence, and then we can convert into df. And while creating df, we need to provide column names. So we provide column names, and it will show this one. Next part, though we can create rows and generic data frame from them, we generally in all language we read data from files or from databases, as I said in previously. So let's read data from data files and perform some kind of the filter operation. So a projection and filter. Projection is set of rows that match relational condition. In the context of Spark, a projection can be created using the select method, while the filter can be specified using the where and or filter method. Let's say we want to find all the movie that had a rating of 9 or higher. We can write it quickly. So its rating is greater than 8. So we use data frame name dot select, then the column name, then where column hip hop is greater than 2, then we source. Or we could simplify find a count such a movie, then we use count. So instead of so, we use count. Okay, here we are showing. So this is greater than 1, 2, 3, 4 movie, and next part is count. Next part is we can answer of the complicated question about data using the filter. For example, we can determine number of movie that we are released in 2010 belong to genus romance, right? So we use select title filter. We need to write the filter. When we need to use this genre content romance filter. We can use content like sequel, like filter genre romance, and something like that. And then we use the distincts, and we can show the result, right? So let's do the practice. And my so this one we are going to here. I'm going to comment all the section, then we will practice it together. So what I'm going to do here, so we're creating this one and the rows, okay, and so row can be anything, well, and rows we can type rows any value, row 1 equal to row so Spark function, Spark session, okay, so we remove this one, okay, rows. So yeah, so we're going to do the practical example. So this one Spark rows is automatically removes when we do. Okay, so let's do practice. So first what we did, rows, movies, then we see the, we need to use this implementation to convert to df. Then we select row 0, row 1, and then row, so if you see the row 0, the row 01, we will see here. This is row 0 upcoming new movie, then 2021 comedy. Then now the next part is with create a sequence and 2df, and the new movie is the new data frame name, then print. So it shows like this, new movie. So we have two, and the next part we use movie.source select. This is movie object, and then we select the column title, then column hitop is greater than to 9, and then we print greater than to 8 it was, then fitops and greater than the output is like this. We can use those, and the similar way we apply select genre is content romance, and then select we use release romance count and distinct values, the various of operation. Yeah, so this is what we use. Select, we release here, then distinct is we remove the duplicate, then sort by release here, decrement. Yes, decrease higher value will come first, and then so. So that's all from my side today. Please watch and subscribe my channel.